Dear students, today I am going to explain you Newton's first law of motion. This is also known as first law of inertia. In this first law of inertia, or law of inertia, you can say it has two parts, inertia of rest and inertia of motion. So first of all, you have to keep in mind inertia is a property of an object which makes the object to remain in rest unless an external force is applied on it. And also, it makes the object remain in motion unless an external force is applied on it. So we can say inertia has two kinds, inertia of rest and inertia of motion. Suppose an object is kept on the table. It will remain on the table unless an external force is applied to displace it. So this tendency, this property, this phenomenon of the object which is kept on the table in the resting position is inertia of rest. And then we are coming to inertia of motion. The motion, that means when an object is in motion, whether the ceiling fan when it is in motion, a bicycle which is running on the road, a ball which is running on in the field, all these are in motion, and so an external force, unless applied on it, it will continue in motion, it will not stop, and that's why we say it has inertia of motion. And combining these two, inertia of motion and inertia of rest, we say it is the inertia, law of inertia. And from this law of inertia only Newton's first law of motion has been derived. So some examples of inertia of rest is, suppose we are sitting in the bus, all of a sudden the bus starts moving. Our head fall backward. Why so? Because as soon as the bus starts moving from rest, lower portion of our body, which is in the contact of the bus, comes in motion. But upper portion, the head portion, wants to remain in the rest. And that's why it moves backward. This is due to inertia of rest. And similarly, if the bus is moving and we are sitting inside it, if the bus stops all of a sudden, then you find your lower portion of the body stops without any problem, but your upper portion, the head, moves forward. Why it is so? Because the head which is not in contact with the bus wants to remain in motion, and that's why as soon as the bus stops, the head moves forward, we bends forward, and this is because of inertia of motion. So these are the two examples, and like that many other examples are also there for inertia of rest and inertia of motion, and combining these two we get law of inertia, which is the Newton's first law of motion. Thank you. If you like, please share and subscribe.